Okay, been meaning to do this for a while. This is from 29th of October. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Savage Pictish warriors of Scottish Highlands had written language. See there. They were an ancient race of people habited. What the fuck is this? No, I don't want to. Sorry. That inhabited the northern territories of what is known as Scotland today. Recorded as uncultured savages in defamatory Roman accounts. New findings suggest they had developed written language as far back as 1700 years ago. They were called the Painted Ones for their tattoos. Um, they were a formidable force, having resisted the northward advances of the Roman Empire using guerrilla warfare tactics. They were credited for being one of the primary reasons the Romans didn't conquer all of Scotland, having converted to Christianity in the 6th century. They endured 2 centuries of Scandinavian Viking invasions until about 850 AD, when they were incorporated into the Scots kingdom of Alba under King Kenneth MacAlpin, at which time the Picts' indigenous identity was lost. That's sad, a lot of stuff gets forgot when you integrate cultures like that. That's what's happening today, too, to us. But I just thought that was interesting. They had a written language, and no wonder the Romans couldn't beat them. Look what they endured over the centuries. The Viking invasions. You know, um, I'm not a religious person or anything, so I ain't even gonna comment on that about that. But, that's where I think that's partly where they lost part of their culture too, was when they converted to Christianity too, as well as being incorporated into the kingdom of Alba. There's a Pict woman there, see, a depiction. Symbols on stones found to be formal written language. It might have been created during the Middle Ages in the aftermath of the Romans leaving Britain. So, they suggest that. There. Anyway, who knows? Because like I said, they lost their indigenous identity there. Anyway, it's based on a series of symbols they carved on stone, bone, metalwork, and other artifacts. In the last few decades, there has been a growing consensus that these symbols on these stones were an early form of language. It was. Look at today, too. And if you've seen my artwork, you see the symbols. They actually mean something. If you look some of them up, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, and writing stuff, you can actually translate, which I've done videos on in the past. Anyway, they were generally found in the northeast of Scotland and into the Highlands. The symbols were believed to represent clan or family motifs. Where several symbols were found on a standing stone, they're thought to indicate territorial boundary markers. They are also found on jewelry, small stone discs, and bones on the walls of coastal caves. So, since there's nothing that's rotted away, they ain't got no proof of that. But, they found it on the jewelry and caves and stuff like that, little artifacts. I'll leave these links for this below here. Okay, here's my search on the Kingdom of Alba. There you go. There's described them as pirates. Anyway, that's funny. Okay, there's that. Y'all leave these links, like I said. And there's the wiki Kingdom of Alba. It refers to the Kingdom of Scotland between the deaths of Donald II in 900 and of Alexander III in 1286, which then led indirectly to the Scottish Wars of Independence, which is still trying to do today. If y'all Scots know, y'all know dirt. You know what I'm saying. Y'all research this and anyway, independence from the crown. The name is one of convenience, as throughout this period the elite and populace of the kingdoms were predominantly Pictish Gaels, or later Pictish Gaels and Scoto-Norman, and differs markedly from the period of the Stuarts. Anyway, who is ruling, which is the lead of the kingdom, were for the most part speakers of Middle English, which later evolved and came to be called Lowland Scots. There is no precise Gaelic equivalent for the English terminology of it. There it says, I can't speak Gaelic, but I know y'all out there, some of y'all can. They adapted it for English speaking people. Anyway, there's the royal court. There. Now, like I said, I'll leave these links. You can look. Here's the kings, Donald II and Constantine II. Look, Donald. Oh shit. Madman. That's what that meant. That was his nickname. Anyway, that's from battles with the Vikings. In your constant state of battle, it's gonna fuck with your head like the veterans fucks with their heads when they come back from the wars and stuff. Still today, I mean, that's traumatic shit. And here's the origins of it. So there's origin paradigms, medieval version. There, like I said, y'all can look more into this yourselves there if you want. I think that's all I got. That there, gotta translate later. Anyway, this stupid phone won't. But anyway, there you go. Signed, sealed, and delivered. They actually had a language. They were thought of as savages by the Romans. But anybody they deem as savages, they're just doing that to justify their extinguishing their culture and everything like that, which that had already about happened by then anyway with these peoples. But y'all get what I'm saying with this shit. So anyway, trying to get down there. That's really cool. I like that. Anyway, take care, y'all. I love you and see you later. Bye bye.